DK Bold is my daddy. You're watching the Bold Report.
Welcome to the Bold Report. I'm DK Bold, and today is your Wall Street Journal update. Now, on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, we have a brand new CEO coming into the revised GM. His name is Daniel Akerson, and he'll take the reins of GM on September 1st. Now, his background is that of a wheel maker, deal maker, if you will, with telecommunications. We'll see how that ultimately plays out. Another person that doesn't know a whole lot about building cars. But GM has posted or has revenues of $1.3 billion in Q2. But yet, here's the interesting, this thing ends up being all, well, at least a bit political. The Obama administration is rushing GM to do a IPO in hopes of getting rid of the stigma that it's actually government motors. We'll ultimately see how that plays out, and you just don't rush an IPO. Next up, and again staying on the political theme, Democratic seats are definitely vulnerable due to jobs. You have lifelong Democrats that have voted that way that have been out of work for multiple years, have their house and their cars repossessed, and are now in a situation where maybe they really do want some real change. Sentiments across the country are not excited, and there's a lot about the jobs, and they're not excited about the reforms that have been done. So the White House has embarked on this potential summer of recovery, and well, I don't know about you, but I don't see a whole lot of recovery out there, and it's pretty hard to put your finger on a job that's been saved. So with that, could be an interesting November election time frame. Next up, the marketplace, our second section of the Wall Street Journal. India has basically gone head-to-head, thrown the gauntlet down with Blackberry, with RIM. Now, why, you say? Well, India wants access to the encrypted and very secure portion of the corporate email and text messages that are available via a Blackberry. Now, the consumer side of it, your standard email and text messages there, those are easily broken, something you should keep in mind when you're texting back and forth or emailing back and forth for virtually anything. But more importantly, the Blackberry RIM has a proprietary encrypted process that keeps that secure. The challenge is that India wants access to this, or they're going to shut down those services within that country. Now, RIM Research in Motion, the company that makes Blackberry, has come back and said, hey, we're not going to do anything that our competitors aren't having to do. So this could play out quite interesting, especially for Blackberry owners, and this could have repercussions in other countries as well. Staying with technology and still in the marketplace, Oracle sues Google, saying that the Android violates Java copyrights. Now, this is very interesting and definitely is going to have repercussions over the next weeks, months, and potential years on how this plays out. Now, Java, by its very nature, is an open source, mostly free software that Sun Microsystems, now owned by Oracle. In fact, Oracle just bought Sun Microsystems in January this year. So this plays out very interesting in that Oracle throwing down the gauntlet with Google, and Google, if you may or may not know, is run by CEO Eric Schmidt, former chief at Sun Microsystems. So we'll see how this plays out. Basically, the quote is out there, this lawsuit is very perplexing, and it has definitely sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley. We'll see how it plays out with the other technology companies and with other software companies that are so entrenched with the Java software. And last up in our last section, money and investing. Now, the world is now relying on the United States for its wheat. This is great for our farmers, and it makes it great for the commodities market that's definitely seeing some changes and some positive uplift. In fact, they're looking at wheat exports increasing by upwards of 36%. This is all caused by a drought in Russia that is creating great havoc for their wheat productions. And one of the things to keep in mind, and this was in a previous Wall Street Journal update, we talked about grocery prices and the fact that these things are going up. Sarah Lee didn't announce how much more they're going to be paying for products, but believe that their prices for such things as wheat, as coffee, as well as even pork could go up as much as 15% by July of 2011. So watch your grocery store ticker receipts and see how those work out for you. Well, this has been your Wall Street Journal update. For the Bold Report, I'm DK Bold. You have a great day and find your passion.